Chapter 1. A Cheating Groom. I punched the steering wheel of my fiance's stupid, tiny-ass car. Ugh, I groaned. The world felt like it was falling apart. I'd unsuccessfully been trying to get my fiance's push-button, stick-shift car started. Ex-fiance. I was breathing heavy, and it was hard to see through my tears. It was only 10 minutes earlier that I had left the bedroom looking for Cullen, and found him pumping into my bitch of a cousin. A better version of me would have screamed or yelled, but instead I turned and ran. I knew I couldn't marry him, but I couldn't face the thought of canceling our wedding on our wedding day. Come on, don't drive like this. I'll take you. I glanced up at Liam, surprised he was there. I can't be here anymore, I said pathetically. He held out his hand, and I handed over the Miata's keys in defeat. He laid them out on the windshield. I know, darling. Let's go. He didn't have pity in his eyes, just slight worry. The garage light glowed around his rumpled brown hair, and his golden brown eyes watched me in the dim light. I nodded and hopped out of the stupid powder blue Miata. I slammed the door. I fought the urge to kick it. I always hated that car. It made Cullen seem like a weenie. He wasn't a large man, but he sure looked like a giant in that tiny car. Every time he sat in that damn car, his knees came up past his steering wheel. It just seemed uncomfortable. Plus, the trunk only had room for 2 grocery bags, but Cullen never cared. I'm sure he felt loved, feeling larger than life. Solemnly, I followed Liam over his bike. The front lawn of the house was a rental. It was littered with dozens of cars, all of our friends and families, ready to celebrate our big day. What an idiot I was, swept up in the wedding planning, the dinner dates, and perceived thoughtful memories from Cullen. I swallowed. Obviously, I missed the part where it was a 2-timing piece of... I'll leave that for later. Liam handed me a helmet, cutting through my thoughts. I stared at his bike and avoided his gaze. It was a black cruiser motorcycle with a stitched red seat. I rode it once before when he was visiting. Cullen refused to go for a ride or even take me. It seemed like fun at the time. Despite Cullen's huffs and groans, Liam took me on a 15-minute ride around our Wicker Park neighborhood, much to Cullen's dismay. He'd been standing at our apartment door with his arms crossed when we returned. "Where do you want to go?" Liam asked. It wasn't difficult to avoid his eyes in the dark summer night. I thought about it for a second. Somewhere that makes me forget. I saw a small smile touch his lips, and he nodded. He threw a leg over his bike and kicked it on. I slid to the back and wrapped my arms around him. Liam wore a t-shirt and jeans with black motorcycle boots. I was much less dressed for the occasion, with a white tank top, black jean shorts, and a pair of light pink tennis shoes. In my defense, I had thought I was making a runaway bride getaway in the Miata. The gravel kicked up around us as we left and turned out the driveway, speeding away from my disaster of a wedding. Well, boys, that's where we're ending for tonight. But maybe we'll come back another day to read Chapter 2, Goodbye Marriage. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard so many deep, sensual things. Perhaps we can bond more over that later. A cup of tea, maybe some coffee, in a cage. You hear the hammering in the nighttime. I hope that this girl doesn't get led along by Liam like she did for Cullen, but no one knows the future. Bless up, brothers. For all we hope is for a happy ending, and maybe some more Animal Crossing in our future. Good night, brother.